Well, at night you go to these streets, which are, yeah, it's not much of a dangerous district. There's a couple of streets that apparently are more less well frequented than the rest of the town. It's not really much to see, honestly. It's not really a place where like prostitutes will go on the street and you can identify them as prostitutes. Obviously, maybe Fennec can roll for vigilance.
All right, let's see if my luck holds out.
Can I try to? I think I had like +4 in that.
Well, you can, but he's probably more likely to recognize like the signs.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll try.
All right. You do like a stakeout, basically, in the street. And after a while, you see someone, a man, go talk to a woman and seem to be looking from side to side. And maybe some money is exchanged, and then they go up in the building.
Does this guy match the description that we got from the Camelot professor?
Well, no, he seems to be like a salaryman.
Okay.
He's a white middle-aged guy with short hair and dark glasses and a simple coat, but that's relatively clean.
I'm gonna try something. Can I roll for clairvoyance to see if he's supernatural?
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, good one. You do not notice anything supernatural in the vicinity, except your companions.
So, I feel like this is the right place, but he isn't here right now.
What if I pretend to be just a homeless person? Like, I imagine I can't pull off the feminine appeal look, even hunched over, but maybe, is there any chance that Jack Ripper killed, like, any old homeless women? Like, any old homeless people at times? Or is it just, like, strictly women all the time?
Well, from the information you have, Jack the Ripper clearly targeted women, and as far as we know, only prostitutes.
Yeah, he was only interested in the ladies.
Well,
maybe you can go and like ask one of the prostitutes if there was any disappearances lately.
well, that's a good idea.
Very good idea. So, mind if I take the reins on this one again?
No, that's for the best.
The thing is that like Jack the Ripper, I think he was like happy that people knew of his deeds. So that'd be odd if like he was hiding them.
You have a point. Well, if you're right in that he liked to be known, then I'm sure he'd be known around these parts first.
Yeah, true.
So, Fennec decides to... So are one of the girls waiting outside the place of the night right now?
Well, you can find another one based on who you identified. You can get the general feel of the place and find another one, yes.
All right, so that's what I do. I look around, hopefully eventually find a girl that I'm looking for.
Yeah, you can find a 40-ish woman with a van, like a minivan, and she's smoking at the wheel of the van, and she's wearing like very visible makeup.
All right, I walk up to her and ask, "So, honey, how much for a night?"
For you, about $50. She'll probably say quids actually, but whatever.
Well, how much would it cost for a little information?
Information by the hour?
Information on if anybody's offing any of your cohorts.
Whoa!
You've been hearing rumors.
I'm not really sure right now. Let me think for a minute. I mean, that's a pretty sensitive subject, you know?
Look, baby, the local boss of the area hired me and my companions out to help y'all out with your...
I know, but I mean, my memory is fading a little bit.
Really? Well, I'll just have to go back to the local. What was his name again? Local crime boss of the area, and say the girls of the street are starting to go senile. Maybe you should start looking for replacements.
Well, you can.
What are you?
The world's cheapest detective.
Cheapest detective ever. Yes.
Do you have in Leo leadership? Yeah, that would be leadership.
Just gonna continue rolling persuasive. Like, that's not persuasive at all. It's just
I'm very persuasive.
Yeah, I guess persuasion. Yes, it's kind of a lie and stuff. Well, she looks a little worried for a minute. I mean, what's it gonna do to me? I mean, come on, it's not like a big shot or anything. Okay, just give me 10 quids and we'll call it even.
Deal.
So, what do you want to know about exactly?
I want to know if any of your compatriots have had any violent clients of late, or if anybody's missing.
Well, I mean, Lily's got a little bit slapped around by a client the other day, but it was nothing serious. The guy's an asshole anyway. We know him. He's just trouble. No, nothing really worse than that. I mean, obviously, there's been some nasty business before, but not since a few months, I guess. I mean, nothing nothing like you describe, but like actual violence and stuff.
Have you serviced anybody that looks like? And I tell her the description of the guy.
That doesn't ring a bell. No.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Is this linked to the thing that happened to the police station?
It might be.
Because they were talking about the guy like that, but it's nobody we know.
Well, do you know anything about it?
I don't think anybody in town knows the guy. I don't even think he was arrested here.
Yeah, we have some reason to believe they might start targeting you guys, maybe. So we have actually mobile phones, right?
Yeah, you can have mobile phones. They're not like very wieldy or anything, but yeah, you can have basic mobile phones.
Okay, so like I write my number on a piece of paper and I give it to her, and I'm like, if you ever see him, please give me a call.
Okay, well, I hope I won't. Is this actually serious?
It might be, but like, if you do see him, call me and try to stay away from him. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
So,
don't die.
We walk away. Well, that was a bust.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I feel like we're just running in circles right now. We need a solid lead.
I don't know, like, do you guys remember if Jack the Ripper was actually... She was pretty old. She was like 30 or 40, right?
Yeah.
Did Jack the Ripper went only for young prostitutes, or like he went for older ones as well? You know?
Like narrow down victims based on particular criteria.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
But like, just because Jack the Ripper might be his ancestor doesn't mean he might do what he did. Although if the Archon is in control, then maybe he would. I don't know.
Well, we can assume he's already fallen to darkness, so...
Yeah.
And as far as you know, Jack the Ripper never killed police.
Oh, by the way, I do remember, or I just looked up, that most of Jack the Ripper's victims were middle-aged, early 30s, late 20s.
Oh, late 20s is middle-aged?
Maybe in the Victorian era?
That's true.
Yeah. He might have gone back to Camelot.
Could have, true.
What do you guys want to do?
Hurt anybody yet, so...
Except you mean the police.
Yeah, well, who cares about the police? Maybe we should see if we can focus our efforts elsewhere. Do we have any other leads besides this guy?
We have, like, the place. The Winchester place.
Nothing solid.
For at least tonight, let's at least follow up on this evening lead. We'll see how that goes. If no more killings go down tonight, we'll go to the Winchester place. I think that's right. Or the place that has the wheel, and we'll see what leads we can find out there.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Except for, like, the Winchester place. I don't know if we will find anything there, since the painting specifically there was commissioned after the War of the Roses, and the painting we are looking for is before that.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
So, question, is there perhaps a means of trying to get into the head of the person, of, like, the Jack the Ripper guy? Like, what type of means he would be using, what type of a thought process he might have to commit his murders and avoid capture?
That is actually a pretty good question. The thing is, you need more information about him for that. And you dug up some basic information in the Yieldle's library, but that's really the surface stuff. If you want to dig deeper into that, you probably need to get some actual archives or something.
Okay.
I look at Xander. I'm like, you have connection with the military, right? Can't they connect with the police information about Jack the Ripper?
I can attempt to do so. Susanna hasn't necessarily been entirely forthcoming about his degree of military involvement, mostly because of the fact that a lot of the military stuff he does is not on the books.
Yeah.
So a lot of times he uses the cover, various covers and for various things. So that's why he's somewhat vague about what he can do. So that's why he's I'll look into it. I'll see what I can do. Without giving a definite answer.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
But I wouldn't hold out much hope in getting much military involvement here. There, obviously, American military engaging in foreign interactions is are very limited and difficult. So best not to hope for that. And to put all our eggs in that basket.
Even if it's just looking up data on crime that happened years ago, I guess
So
you're
that
right. Yeah.
I might be able to do. I might be able to get access to some information. That might be something I can do with more of a guarantee.
By the way, I just remembered something. Didn't the police officer say they had a witness?
Yeah, but he was still in there, and he was drawing the picture that he used to find the criminal.
But they might be released by now. It wouldn't be bad to talk to them.
Yeah, unless they put them in the protective custody.
That's true.
Well, I don't think you'd go after him because don't they already know what the guy looks like?
Yeah.
So we might as well just try to follow this lady to see, because if we go after the witness, we're following behind. If we go after the woman, we might be able to cut ahead of his actions. Yeah. It's like when you get ahead of the caterpillar on your finger.
Is that a bug? What is that?
It's a caterpillar.
What? Why are we talking about caterpillars?
Oh, because I thought it was a caterpillar on your finger.
Oh no, it's some kind of winged bug.
Oh,
I
creepy.
don't know exactly what that is.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm on board with the plan of following the prostitute.
Great. Let's do it.
Let's do that. Yeah.
So, Jeremy, how would I reach out to see if I can get information, military-grade information on Jack the Ripper?
Well, that is a good question. You have bosses you can call. I guess you could call Donovan, even though he's not really part of the thing.
I feel like I'd be afraid to call my boss over this kind of thing.
I guess that would raise a few questions. Yes.
Yeah. So is there a basic tech guy that could be look this up for me. Don't tell anybody. I'll buy you Thin Mints.
Don't we already have a contact that's a historian?
Oh,
Professor?
we
But
do.
well, he's an archaeologist. He's not.
And he's from Paris. I mean, he's probably not an expert on British.
That said, that is a good remark because he might have some, if not information, methodology.
Yeah, I guess we should check it out.
Yeah.
So we can follow the lady for tonight, and then tomorrow go back and check with him.
Do a random stealth roll.
All right.
All of us.
Well, I mean, those who follow the lady.
I'll follow the lady.
I would
Okay.
to try to still follow up with getting the military information. I feel like if we go about it from multiple avenues, we'll have a better shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And I'll stay out of sight to not ruin your role. I'll just
Okay.
stand somewhere, sit in the corner.
Good roll.
Wait a minute. Xander might need to come with me because I am useless in combat, and if I end up encountering Jack the Ripper,
Well, you can just call us, and we'll.
I'm not the stealthiest dude, so I can try, but I might give it away.
it's true.
Well, you can always call them with your phone or something, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
True. All right. I'll go it alone.
You
Yeah,
know
just
what?
make sure he doesn't see you.
Are there rooftops?
Yes,
Can I get up on a rooftop?
probably, yes.
All right.
Do some athletics and we'll call it a day.
Let's give that a shot.
I'll follow.
No, I
Xander.
do poorly.
Well, all right. Fennec, you follow the lady in her van, and she seems to have a pretty normal night. You don't really see anything suspicious. I mean, any more suspicious than clients, or some are a bit more suspicious than others, but nobody matches the description of the person you're looking for, and nothing happens to her.
Darn it. No murders means no clues.
Center, who do you call then?
I feel like if you're doing missions, there's a guy, like a tech guy or a research guy, like the computers guy, who does all the hacking and all that stuff. I feel like I would call that guy.
Makes sense.
See if he could get me
the guy in the
research. Yeah, exactly. The guy in the chair that has like 10 screens all around him and like 15 keyboards that he can use simultaneously somehow. So I want to call that guy and see if he can get me like Paris files, like the really discreet ones, like the top secret files on Jack the Ripper, like historical files, anything that might be relevant or give us like psychological files, behaviorists. I imagine they've done like so much research over the years. All
right, you call the guy, which I will make up entirely at an ulterior date, but I guess I can find a name for him or her.
His name can be Stan Doyle.
That's fine.
Awesome.
You call him, and despite the time difference, eventually he picks up. Yes.
Stan, I need you to do me a favor.
Aren't you on the vacation?
You know how it is in what we do. There are no vacations. Listen, there's no time to joke around here, waste. Lives are depending on it.
There's never any time to joke around with you anyway.
Now listen here. It's going to sound weird, but believe me, I've got a very similar case, and I feel like this information will go a long way. I need you to compile data on Jack the Ripper. I need top secret files from Paris. I need behaviorist reports, psychological data, methodologies, preferences, favorite spots. I need it all.
Well,
we're dealing with a copycat here, and this could lead to a cult of mass proportions. And he's ruining my vacation, so chop chop.
Yeah, okay, I see the problem. I have a few ideas. Obviously, if you want like behavioral shit and stuff, the FBI has done a few pretty thorough files about serial killers and stuff. Obviously, probably from hearsay about Jack the Ripper, although the murders were always a bit hazy, and since the guy was never caught, there's really little data for them. I suppose the police files about the murders in London were made public in '92, so that could be something you could look at. The newspaper Times was one of the newspapers that covered the murders the most. And the problem with the archives of the police and Times is that they're old paper. It was never digitalized, so it's not like I can access them, fortunately. And I guess I'll send you what I can find about behavioral stuff, but it is going to be excerpts from books about serial killers mostly. The problem with Jack the Ripper is you get all sorts of hacks who write about him, figuring that they'll be the one to crack the big murder, but they're just trying to cash in on the notoriety of the thing. Okay, I'll send you that and I'll see what I can find about the thing. Anything else?
Can you do a little bit of research on this wheel? There's a wheel in like it's in like Winchester, right?
The painting.
Yeah, the painting, right? It's in the Great Hall of Winchester.
All right, Xander, are you using me to find out the best tourist places?
Well, no, I'm telling you, there's some things going down here, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Where are you anyway? Like in England?
Do you know?
Yes, we are
all over the place. Our job is to go where we're needed. That is the job of freedom, of protection.
Okay, I just wasn't aware there were like armed groups, armed militias in England. But okay.
You never know where the terrorists are hiding.
Exactly.
Well, I'll send you what I can find, and I'll look into it.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Check your inbox for email.
I'll send you something nice.
Thanks.
Good day. Good work, Stan. And Cinder hangs up.
All right.
So we might have a lead, everyone. Sorry about that. Sometimes Stan can be a little difficult.
You and Nora know that I'm still following a prostitute. Or would I be? When did this phone call happen?
He's probably during that time. Yeah.
We can try and go back to talk to the professor. What do you think?
All right.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'd also check my inbox.
Yeah, that's the only idea.
Xander, you're going to receive an email a few hours after your phone call. Like he warned you, it's not like super critical information, but he sums up most of the stuff pretty well. Information about the suspects at the time. So there's information about them, who they were, and some pictures about them. And you see a picture of one of the main suspects called Monte Druid. As you see his face, Xander, you have a bad feeling. Not just a bad feeling like something bad's going to happen, just like an unpleasant feeling. Because you recognize this person. You know exactly who this is. I mean, obviously you knew who this man was long ago. Because this is the face of King Arthur.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch. Arthur!
Arthur fell to the dark side. Oh my god.
And I suppose we can stop there.
Oh, awesome.
On the cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yes.
That's intense.
Underdone. So, we're chasing King Arthur, who is also Jack the Ripper.
I'm gonna cut him in so many pieces.
And for once, we will not stop you.
Maybe. I also want some information.
I'm sure there'll be a piece that can give you that.
I hope that was okay for the first game.
Yeah, it was great. I had a lot of fun. It was great meeting everyone's characters and fighting a god. I look forward to next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to be a part of this story, we are currently looking for more players and game masters to play new games in this setting and on this channel. Finally, if you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.